Welcome to Mr. Math Monster! This video is about how to find the equation of an exponential function from a graph. There are two forms of exponential equations. The first form is y equals a times b to the power of x plus c. The a value determines the y-intercept of the graph when there is no vertical shift. B is the base of the exponential function and determines how steep the graph is. C is the vertical shift of the entire graph and is also the y-value of the asymptote.
The second form is y equals p to the power of x minus b plus c. The p variable determines the steepness of the exponential graph, also known as the base value. By changing p to a higher value, you're making the graph steeper, and if p is lowered, then the graph becomes less steep. However, when the base value is lower than 1, then the graph is mirrored along the y-axis.
One form can be converted into another by expanding the brackets.
Now let's look at an example.
To find the equation for this graph, we'll first find the asymptote. We'll note that the asymptote is equal to 2, which means the c value is equal to 2. To determine the value of a, we will imagine the exact same graph, but with no vertical shift. The y-intercept for this new graph is 4, which is the value of a. Now we can plug in any known point to find the value of b. Let's plug in the point -2, 3. We can then solve the resulting equation to get a b value of 2. Therefore, our final equation is y equals 4 times 2 to the power of x plus 2.
Here's another example.
To find the equation of this exponential function, we can also use y equals to p to the power of x minus b plus c. We can see that the asymptote is y equals to -3. Then we need to find the point 1 unit above the asymptote first, which is -2, -2. We compare the point -2, -2 to 0, 1 to find b and c of the equation. Based on how many units the point 0, 1 shifted left or right and up or down to reach the point -2, -2, b and c can be found. In this example, we can see that point 0, 1 shifted 2 units to the left and 3 units down to reach -2, -2. This means that b equals to +2 and c equals to -3. The base, p, is then found by moving the point -2, -2 back down to the asymptote, which is -2, -3, and moving it right 1 unit, which is -1, -3. After that, we count the units that the point -1, -3 takes to reach the curve, which is 2. Now we can see that the equation is y equals to 2 to the power of x plus 2 minus 3. Thanks for listening to Part 3 of our Term 3 revision series.
Tune in next time for a regular Mr. Math Monster episode.
Mr. Math Monster, out.